Recently, 8-year-old Olivia McConnell of South Carolina came up with the idea that a fossil of a Columbian mammoth will become the state's official fossil. Her idea made it up to the state legislature and is currently up for a vote. Sounds like a slam dunk, right? Well, not so much.
That was very sweet that she did that.
State Senator Kevin Bryant out of Anderson County wanted to amend the bill and add text from the Bible, from Genesis chapter 1.
On the sixth day of creation, that is when God created the beasts of the field, and I'm assuming that is when the day that he would have created the woolly mammoth.
But Bryant's proposed amendment was ruled out of order, stating amendments cannot add new matter to a bill.
I think it's very important that we acknowledge the Creator when we're acknowledging some of his wonderful creations. I don't have a problem with acknowledging as the woolly mammoth as a state fossil.
Apparently, Senator Kevin Bryant thinks that a Bible verse should be added to this amendment. The glaringly obvious problem is that he's trying to use this legislation to promote his favorite brand of religion. Unfortunately, this may be symptomatic of a larger issue. South Carolina is one of 14 states that use tax dollars to fund private schools, which include faith-based schools in the form of vouchers. According to Political, quote, many of these faith-based schools go beyond teaching the biblical story of the 6 days of creation as literal fact. Their course material nurtures disdain of the secular world, distrust of momentous discoveries, and hostility towards mainstream scientists. They often distort basic facts about the scientific method, teaching, for instance, that theories such as evolution are by definition highly speculative because they haven't been evaluated to the status of scientific law. Close quote. It's no wonder that people say things like this.
And the idea that evolution is fact is ridiculous because it is just a theory. It is another theory and it's just as relevant and realistic as any other theory.
I find it incredibly hypocritical that institutions that have no problem accepting the use of all other methods and devices based on scientific theories will suddenly choose to put the blinders on when it comes to evolution. If you need proof of evolution, then just look at the flu virus, for crying out loud. Unfortunately, some people will disregard evolution regardless of how much evidence there is. The primary concern is that a creationist model of education will breed ignorance amongst those who could be our future leaders, doctors, scientists, engineers, and educators. If that's not enough to make you cringe, then consider this quote from Time magazine. Quote, a Gallup poll reveals that 46% of Americans believe human beings were created in their present form. One international study found American kids finishing 26th of 34 countries in math and 21st in science. Close quote. If a person wants to practice their religion in private or at a temple, then fine. Situations like these, however, are just one more example of why religion has no place in science. Our education system is already behind many other nations. Let's not allow it to regress to the Bronze Age. Thanks for watching.